we're going to do number 47, or at least we'll give it a try here. Okay, so I'm given two functions. F of x is equal to the square root of x plus 11. And g of x is equal to 2 over x, right? And what I'm supposed to find is f times g of x. So what they're telling me to do is they want me to multiply my two functions together. Okay? So I think sometimes this notation can get a little bit confusing, but you just kind of have to look at it and say, well, what are they really asking me to do? Well, they want me to multiply my f function times my g function. Well, okay, so I'll multiply the square root of x plus 11 times 2 over x. That's all they're asking me to do here, is to multiply these two functions together. So how do I do that? Well, let's pretend here for a minute that this is the square root of x over 11, x plus 11 over 1. So I just made it into a fraction. Right? And if I'm multiplying fractions, then I just multiply straight across. So I have 2 radical x plus 11 over x. And I don't think I can go any further than that. I didn't read the whole question, bad me. So I just put that on tape so everybody could hear that. Because it says state its domain. Because there's a restricted domain, because there's a couple things that we can't have. We can't have a negative denominator. We can't have a 0 as a denominator, and we can't have a negative under the radical sign. Right? So that's telling me that x here, let's write it in color, x cannot be equal to 0. And if I can't have a negative number underneath the radical sign, that's telling me that x plus 11 has to be greater than or equal to 0. Right? That's what that's telling me there. Because if x plus 11 is less than 0, then I have a negative number underneath my radical sign. Does everybody understand that? Right? Okay, so if I set that up, then it's pretty easy to solve. All I have to do is subtract 11 from both sides. And I have x has to be greater than or equal to negative 11. So my domain is x cannot be equal to 0, and x has to be greater than or equal to negative 11. Right. But I know you would have gotten that had I read the question fully, right, to state the domain.